News coming in from the PMLA court. Hemant Soren has now been produced by the Enforcement Directorate as is procedure in the court. ED will be asking and seeking for at least a week-long custody of Hemant Soren. Jharkhand Chief Minister that he was barely a few hours ago, after he had been denying to come and appear before the ED at least 8 to 9 times. The 10th time he did come, there was a questioning for 6 hours at least, and then he was taken into arrest. Jharkhand Chief Minister now is Kalpana Soren in his absence, but for now, is the trouble only escalating for Hemant Soren with the land scam case against him? Munish Pandey is tracking all the latest on that. Munish, has he reached the court? What will be the strategy of the Enforcement Directorate, and why are your sources suggesting possibly it will be a week long of custody? As Munish continues to bring us the latest. Go ahead, Munish, tell us.
Well, at this point of time, we have been given to understand that ED will be asking for 7 to 8 days of custody. Remember, ED has the power to take custody of Hemant Soren for the next 14 days. But at this point of time, ED wants to keep the custody of Hemant Soren for the first time shorter, and that is why they are going to ask for 7 to 8 days of custody. But what is going to be important is the grounds on the basis of which the ED wants to take custody of Hemant Soren. The first ground is that during the questioning in regards to the land scam case, he was not cooperating. The second one is going to be on certain questions he was evasive, and the third and most important is going to be there are material evidence in the form of statements recorded under Section 50 of Prevention of Money Laundering Act, and that based on that material evidence, his custodial interrogation is required. Now, why this statement is going to be important? Because remember, there is a person called Bhanu Pratap Singh. He is a person who was the mastermind of the entire scam, and when ED started investigating him, when he was arrested, there were searches conducted, and then the link to Hemant Soren was established by the Enforcement Directorate, and at this point of time, ED is saying that that is going to be something like clinching evidence against Hemant Soren, and they are very confident that Hemant Soren will be sent to ED's custody for the next few days.
All right, Munish Pandey will be tracking all the latest on that. Munish, thank you very much for now. At least 14 people already have been arrested in this case, and this was the illegal change of ownership of land in Ranchi in Jharkhand. Hemant Soren untraceable for some days, then resurfaced, had some meetings as well, and then on 31st January went to appear before the ED, questioned for 6 hours, then was arrested later in the evening. But remains to be seen what precisely happens to Hemant Soren's political future, and will he be able to get out of the bars as well. There may have been a smooth transition from Hemant Soren to Kalpana Soren, but that has not ended the troubles for the Jharkhand political parties and the political survival of the government of JMM. We are being told that the resort politics has started in Jharkhand. With Soren's arrest, Congress JMM MLAs are heading to Hyderabad right away. The Bharatiya Janata Party, watching all of this very closely, is now claiming that several Jharkhand MLAs are allegedly missing. This is the Bharatiya Janata Party claim that Jharkhand MLAs belonging to Congress JMM alliance are missing in action. And while the Congress party have said and confirmed 43 MLAs have been accounted for, 5 staying back in Ranchi. But is this some sort of now a Game of Thrones also that is emerging with regard to Jharkhand? Remember, in other states, we may have seen in Bihar, for example, that there was no resort politics. It happened to be a smooth transition. But for the adjacent state of Jharkhand, could this prove to be more trouble? Shreya Chatterjee has been getting us all the updates from Ranchi. Shreya, are you hearing of reports of resort politics in Jharkhand as well? What's happening? Because BJP definitely is looking to fish in troubled waters.
Well, absolutely, Pooja. And we have been learning that BL Santosh is here for an RSS meeting, but he'll also be having an organizational meeting related to the affairs. And we definitely do understand that when he's here, then all likely the BJP will also have a plan in place. Now, as I talk, I'm outside the circuit house, which is actually now the safe house for the coalition MLAs. They're all inside. What we are being told by our JMM sources that at least 43, the same 43 figure which actually gave that support letter to the governor yesterday in favor of Kalpana Soren, are present right now. Out of them, 5 of them will be staying back. The reason for that is for any kind of development taking place in Ranchi, if the governor gives a later date, for those particular reasons, they will be staying back in Ranchi to strategize the developments from Ranchi. Remaining of them will be moving to Hyderabad, but they are still waiting for one last chance for the governor to actually give them time. They're trying to get a communication, but so far that hasn't really happened. We've been here since early morning and news flourished that they will be moving to Hyderabad. So in all probability, this is heading towards resort politics. How that will proceed for the future politics of the
So
state
out of
Jharkhand,
81, 43 accounted for heading to Hyderabad, and we'll be tracking all the latest on that from Jharkhand.